Okay, welcome back in. I'm going to be continuing my series, or not series, I should say, these videos when it comes to careers of certain players. And I'm mainly going to focus on hockey. There are going to be some football ones as well, but hockey is my favorite sport, so it's more than likely it's going to be that more than anything. So right now I'm going to take a look at the winningest goalie in the history of the National Hockey League. None other than, drumroll please, Martin Brodeur. So he was drafted 20th overall by the New Jersey Devils in round one of the 1990 NHL draft. He would go on to have an extensive career to say the least, spending the majority of his time with the Devils, and then his last year he would end up basically being moved out, and then he played for the Blues, but it was a very, very short and brief time. I'll dive into that when I get into it. So in 1991-92, he played 4 games, going 2-1 in that span. He had a save percentage of 882 and a goals against average of 3.35. He had 75 saves on 85 shot attempts, allowing 10 goals in that span. 93-94, so in 92-93, he basically played with the Utica Comets, which was their farm team and still is to this day for the Devils. 93-94 would be his technically rookie year in the National Hockey League. He had 47 games played. He had 27 wins, 11 losses, and he had 8 ties. So believe it or not, if you're kind of newer to hockey, they actually just had ties a long time ago. Prior to the 2005-2006 season, if a game ended in overtime and nobody scored, that would be the end result. So I guarantee there were a lot of fans that left the arena very confused as to, this team should have won, but they tied. No, after the 2003-2004 season, they would amplify that teams needed to come away with a victory. So therefore, we have wins and losses now, no more ties. So that same year, he had 3 shutouts, a save percentage of 915. Goals against average was 2.40. He had 1,133 saves on 1,238 shot attempts. He had allowed 105 goals that season. 94-95, played 40 games, going 19-11, 6 ties, 3 shutouts, a save percentage of 901, 2.45 goals against average, 819 saves on 908 shot attempts. He allowed 89 goals that season. 95-96, this would be the start of him playing over 70 plus games per season, going 77 games played, so basically just 5 games he did not start. 34-30 would be his record, and he had 12 ties as well. He would have 6 shutouts in that season. His save percentage would be 911. His goals against average would be 2.34. He had 1,781 saves on 1,954 shot attempts. 173 goals allowed that season. 96-97, 67 games played, so just 15 games he would not play. 37-14, and 13 would be his record with the 13 ties. I believe that would be like a career high. 10 shutouts. His save percentage would be 926, so a very good save percentage that year. A very good goals against average as well, 1.88. 1,513 saves on 1,633 attempts, allowing 120 goals, which was very good for that span. 1997-98, 70 games played. He would go 43-17, having 8 ties in there as well, and he would tie his shutout record from the year before with 10. His save percentage would take a bit of a drop, 917. His goals against average was right around the same. He had 1,439 saves on 1,569 shot attempts, allowing 130 goals that year. The following season, 98-99, again 70 games played, going 39-21 and 10 ties. He had 4 shutouts that season. His save percentage and his goals against would take a bit of a hit. 906 would be his save percentage. 2.29 would be his goals against average. 1,566 saves on 1,728 shot attempts, allowing 162 goals in that season. 99-2000. He would play 72 games that season, so just 10 games that he would not start, going 43-20 and having 8 ties that year. 6 shutouts for that season. His save percentage would be .910. His goals against average would be 2.24. He had 1,636 saves on 1,797 shot attempts, allowing 162 goals. 2000-2001, 72 games played yet again, going 42-17 with 11 ties, and he had 9 shutouts that year. His save percentage would be .905. His goals against average would be 2.32. He had 1,596 saves on 1,762 shot attempts and 166 goals against. 2001-2002, 73 games played. That's a lot of hockey to be playing for a goalie, I'm not going to lie. Going 38-26. He had 9 ties that year, 4 shutouts. His save percentage would be the exact same from the year before. His goals against would be a little bit better, 2.15. He would finish with 1,499 saves on 1,655 shot attempts, allowing 156 goals. 2002-2003, yet again, 73 games played, going 41-23 with 9 ties, along with 9 shutouts as well. His save percentage would be at .913. His goals against average would be 2.02. He would finish with 1,559 saves on 1,706 shot attempts and 147 goals allowed that season. 2003-2004, 75 games played, so just 7 games he did not appear in, going 38-26, along with 11 shutouts and 11 ties. His save percentage would be at .916. His goals against average would be 2.03. His saves, he had 1,691 of those on 1,845 shot attempts, allowing 154 attempts. Now, in the 2005-2006 season, I think I mentioned this in previous videos, there was a lockout for 2004-2005. 0 hockey anywhere for the NHL at least. So in the 2005-2006 season, again, they eliminated the ties. So 73 games played that year, he would go 43-23. He would finish with 5 shutouts. His save percentage would be .911. His goals against average would be 2.57. He would finish with, at that point, a career high 1,918 saves on 2,105 shot attempts and 187 goals allowed. 2006-2007, 78 games played. It's hard to believe he played basically a full season, only not appearing in 4 games. He would go 48-23, getting a career high 12 shutouts that season. His save percentage would be .921. He had a 2.18 goals against average. 2011 saves, which was a career high at that point, on 2,182 shot attempts. And his goals allowed, he had allowed 171. Oh, I'm not even showing the stats on here. My bad. So I just did 2006, 2007, 2008. There we go. 2007, 2008. There we go. Better late than never. So he would appear in 77 games that season. He would have 44 wins, 27 losses, and 4 shutouts. His save percentage would be at .919, and his goals against average would be 2.17. He stopped 1,921 shot attempts, saves on 2,889 shot attempts, allowing 168 goals. 2008-2009. Yes, you can see this on there. Perfect. This would be an injury-plagued season for Brodeur, only appearing in 31 games, and he had a pretty impressive season in just appearing in those amount of games. 19-9 would be his record. He had 5 shutouts in that span. His save percentage would be .916. His goals against average would be 2.42. He'd stopped 797 saves on 870 shot attempts and allowing 73 goals, which was a career best. But due to the fact he only played 31 games that year, that's the reason why he allowed less than 100 in one season. 2009-2010. Let's scroll down a little bit, just so you can see. Should appear. There we go. So you come back with a vengeance, appearing in only appearing in 77 games. He would go 45 and 31. He had 9 shutouts. His save percentage would be 916. His goals against average would be 2.24. He had 1,836 saves on 2,004 shot attempts, allowing 168 goals. 2010, 2011, only appearing in 56 games that season. He would go 23 and 29. So the first time in his career he had a below 500 record. He had 6 shutouts, 903 save percentage, a 2.45 goals against average. He stopped 1,186 shot attempts, or 1,186 saves on 1,313 shot attempts, allowing 127 goals in the process. 2011, 2012, he would appear in 59 games that season. He would go 31 and 21 with 3 shutouts. His save percentage would be 907. His goals against average would be 2.41 that season. He would stop 1,336 saves on 1,472 shot attempts, and his goals allowed for that season would be 136. 2012, 2013, again another injury-plagued season. 29 games played, but that also, to be fair, was a shorter season. There was only 40 some odd games, so he appeared basically in half of the games, or less, just over half of the games that year, going 13 and 16. So the second time in his career, he would finish below 500 with a win-loss percentage. He had 2 shutouts that season. His save percentage would be exactly 900. His goals against would be 2.22. He had 589 saves on 654 shot attempts, allowing 65 goals during that very shortened season. 2013-2014 would be an interesting season, to say the least, as I'm pretty sure. I just gotta scroll down here so you can actually see. Hopefully, I just gotta twist this back up. Come on now. So it's a little bit blurry, and I do apologize for that. So 2013, 2014, 39 games played that season. He would go 19 and 20. So 3 of his last 4 years with the Devils, he had a below 500 record, which obviously meant they would miss the playoffs. He had 3 shutouts that season. His save percentage would be 901. His goals against would be 2.51 for that season. He had 875 saves on 971 shot attempts. Now, New Jersey essentially, and he allowed 96 goals in that season. Now, essentially, at the end of the 2014 season, the Devils, they kind of basically pushed Brodeur out the window, because at that point they knew he was at the end of his career, end of his rope, and they ended up going with Corey Schneider. I'm pretty sure they traded for Corey Schneider during the 2014 season, if I'm not mistaken. So after the 2014 season, Brodeur would be basically put out to the pasture. And on November 26th of 2014, so in the 2014-2015 season, Brodeur signed a tryout contract with the St. Louis Blues. So that would be the 2014-15 season at the bottom. Where is this? So he was signed. Signed a tryout contract with the St. Louis Blues after the starting netminder Brian Elliott was hurt. A week later, on December 2nd, Brodeur signed a 1-year, $700,000 contract with the Blues. It didn't last long, though. On January 27th, 2015, it was reported that Brodeur had decided to retire from the NHL. The decision was because Brian Elliott was coming back from injury. Jake Allen was their number 2 goalie, and Martin Brodeur was essentially going to be the number 3 goalie. And if you're the number 3 goalie in the NHL, you're probably very scarcely going to play. So he decided to hang up his skates. So he appeared in 7 games with the Blues, getting 3 wins, 3 losses, 1 shutout in that very short season. His save percentage would be .899. He would finish with a 2.87 goals against average. He had 152 saves on 169 shot attempts, allowing 17 goals in those 7 games. So all in all, I'll see if I can get this back up here. so it's not quite so blurry. There we go. That's a lot better. So he'd finished the season, or his career, and I really wish I could show you the stats at the bottom without this whole thing being completely blurry, but he would finish with 1,266 games played. He had 691 wins, which I said at the beginning of the video is still a record to this day. 419 losses, 105 ties, 125 shutouts. His save percentage would be .912 throughout his career. His goals against average would be 2.24. So if you're allowing just over 2 goals a game, you're probably going to have a pretty decent career. He would finish with well over 28,000 saves on 31,000 shot attempts and allowing 2,781 goals against. So I'll take a look at his playoff stats. So 91-92, only appearing in one game. I'm pretty sure he came in for relief. If I'm not mistaken, he would go 0-1 with that. His save percentage would be 800 for that one game. He allowed over 5 goals, or he had a goals against average of 5.63. He had 12 saves on 15 shot attempts, allowing 3 goals. So his goals against average would be 5.63, which I still have a hard time grasping because you think that his goals against average should have been 3 since he allowed 3 goals. So I find it very hard to understand when it comes to that stat. 93-94, his rookie season, he would play 17 games for the Devils, going 8-9. So they essentially won the first 2 rounds, lost in the Eastern Conference Final. He had 1 shutout in that playoff run. His save percentage would be at .928. His goals against average would be 1.95, which is very impressive. He had 493 saves on 531 shot attempts, allowing 38 goals. 94-95, the team would go all the way to the Stanley Cup Final, winning their first. So he had 20 games played that season, and obviously 16 wins is the total amount of games you have to win in order to get the Stanley Cup. Only lost 4 games in that whole run, which is very impressive. He had 3 shutouts, a .926 save percentage. His goals against average that particular playoffs round or year, good God, would be 1.67. He had 429 saves on 463 shot attempts, allowing 34 goals in that run. They would miss the playoffs in 95-96. They would bounce back in 96-97, appearing in 10 games. So essentially they lost in the second round, going 5-5. He had 2 shutouts that season. His save percentage would be .929. His goals against average would be 1.73. He stopped 249 saves on 268 shot attempts, allowing 19 goals in those 10 games. 97-98, they would lose in the first round in 6 games, so therefore he had 2 wins and 4 losses. Save percentage would be .926. His goals against average would be 1.97. He had 7 shots. He would stop 152 on 164 attempts, allowing 12 goals, which is pretty decent. So that's allowing just over 2 goals a game. 98-99, they would lose in 7 games, so therefore he went 3-4. He didn't have the best save percentage that year, .856, which aside from his 1 rookie appearance in 92 would be his worst to date. .856 would be his save percentage, 2.82 goals against average. He stopped 119 saves on 139 shots, allowing 20 goals in those 7 games. So not too great. 99-2000, he would appear in 23 games, going 16-7, so therefore they would win their second Stanley Cup in franchise history. He had 2 shutouts in that run. His save percentage would be much better than the year before at .927. His goals against average would be 1.61, which was his best to date, stopping 498 shots on 537 shot attempts, allowing 39 goals in that span. 2000-2001, they would go all the way again to the Stanley Cup Final, only to lose to Colorado. 25 games played, 15-10 would be his record. He had 4 shutouts in that playoff run. His save percentage would be .897. His goals against average would be 2.07. He had 455 saves on 507 shot attempts, allowing 52 goals in that playoff run. 2001, 2002, the following season. Ooh, I'll have to scroll down. There we go. 2001, 2002, 6 games played, so a very early exit the following season, going 2-4. He had 1 shutout. His save percentage would be crazy, .937. His goals against average would be the best he ever had, 1.42. 136 saves on 145 shot attempts, allowing 9 goals. Imagine allowing 9 goals in 6 games, and you still don't come away with more than 2 wins. That's crazy. He had a crazy stat in that particular series. 2002, 2003, you can see 24 games played, 16 games won. Therefore, he would help New Jersey win their 3rd Stanley Cup in about 9 years. 16-8 would be his record that season. He had 7 shutouts. .934 would be his save percentage. 1.65 would be his goals against average. He had 581 saves on 622 shots attempts, allowing 41 goals in that run. 2003, 2004, very short lived when it came to their postseason, at least. Only 5 games played, going 1-4. He had no shutouts for the first time. His save percentage would be .902, so that definitely took a bit of a hit, allowing 2.63 goals against per game, 120 saves on 133 shot attempts, allowing 13 goals in 5 games. So, again, 2004-2005 was a canceled season, so for 2005-2006, he played 9 games. Therefore, they got eliminated in the second round, going 5-4 in that span. He had 1 shutout. His save percentage would be .923. His goals against would be 2.25. He had 241 saves on 261 shot attempts, allowing 20 goals in those 9 playoff games. All right, I'm going to keep scrolling down. Perfect. For the following season, 2006-2007, appearing in 11 games. Once again, won their first round matchup, would lose in the second round, going 5-6 in that span. He would finish with 1 shutout. His save percentage would be .915, allowing 2.44 goals against. He had 304 saves on 332 shot attempts, allowing 28 goals in those 11 games. The following season, 2007-2008, again an early exit. Only 5 games played, therefore 1 win and 4 losses. His save percentage definitely took a bit of a hit, .891, 3.19 goals against average, 131 saves on 147 shot attempts, allowing 16 goals in 5 games. Not too good. 2008-2009, they would go and get eliminated in the first round, 7 games series, 3 wins and 4 losses. He had 1 shutout, a .928 save percentage, which isn't too bad. Actually, that's really good. 2.39 goals against average, 222 saves on 239 shot attempts, allowing 17 goals in that process. 2009-2010 would be their 3rd year in a row. They would be eliminated in round number 1. 5 games played, 1 win, 4 losses. His save percentage would be .880. 3.02 would be his goals against average. He had 111 saves on 126 shot attempts, allowing 15 goals. And his last time he would appear in the playoffs, I'm just have to twist this down just so you can see it. And again, I do apologize about the lighting. Would be 2011-2012. This would be a memorable one, but unfortunately, it didn't end the way that they had hoped. 24 games played. He went 14-9, so they went all the way to the Stanley Cup final, but unfortunately would lose in 6 games. He had 1 shutout that season. His save percentage would be .917. His goals against average would be 2.12. He had 577 saves on 629 shot attempts and 52 goals allowed in that playoff run. So, I'm just going to get this to go back up, and hopefully it won't be quite so blurry. There we go. So, you won't be able to see it, but I will just have to tell you. During his playoff career, he would appear in 205 games, having 100. having 113 wins, 91 losses, 24 total shutouts. He would finish with a .918 save percentage. His goals against average would be 2.02, which in the playoffs isn't that bad. It's actually pretty good, especially considering he went on 5 different runs to the Stanley Cup final. He would stop 4,830 saves on 5,258 shot attempts, and he allowed 428 goals. So what I'm going to do is I just want to go through all the different awards and achievements that he got throughout his career. So his Calder year in 93-94, he would win the trophy in that season. 1996-97, he would win the William M. Jennings Award. He would win it again in 97-98, a third time in 2002-2003, a fourth time in 2003-2004. That same year, he would also pick up his first Vezina trophy. In 2006-2007 and 2007-2008, he would get back-to-back Vezina trophies. So we had 3 of those trophies. And in 2009-2010, he would finish with his 5th William M. Jennings Award. Now, non-NHL achievements for Team Canada, he would appear at the 2002 as the starting goalie at the 2002 gold medal winner for the Winter Olympics. That was in Salt Lake City. 2010, he would also win gold medal for Team Canada at the Winter Olympics in Vancouver. This time, though, he was the backup to Roberto Luongo, so he wasn't that as big of a factor in 2010. But I'll never forget that 2002 run because it was like 50 years since Team Canada last won the gold medal at the Olympics, and it was huge for them to not only win, but they won in the States. World Championships. So if your team either doesn't make the playoffs or you lose in the first round, you can possibly compete in a World Championships. Because he played in so many different playoffs, it was very scarce for him to appear in a World Championship. But in 96, because they missed the playoffs, he would win a silver medal for Team Canada. That was played in Austria. And because there was no hockey in 2004-2005, he would appear again at the World Championships in 2005, winning silver medal once again in Austria. So at least if you go to Austria, you're guaranteed to come away with a medal. Doesn't matter if it's gold, silver, or bronze. Now going back to the NHL, he would for the All-Star game, he would appear in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different All-Star games. 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2003, 2004, and 2007. He would be named to the first All-Star team in 2003, 2004, 2007. He'd also be named to the second All-Star team in 97, 98, 2006, and 2008. And last but not least, the Stanley Cups. He would win 3 of them, as I previously mentioned. 1995, the Devils would sweep the Detroit Red Wings in 4 games. In 2000, I'm pretty sure they won in 6 games over the defending Stanley Cup champions and the Dallas Stars. And 2003 was a 7-game series that they would win against the Anaheim Ducks. His other 2 appearances were in 2001, where they lost in 7 games to the Colorado Avalanche, and in 2012, when they fell to the Los Angeles Kings in 6 games. All right, this video is about half an hour long. I think it's just about time to end this as we speak. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. Until next time, and as always, take care.